हाय रिचा, क्या हाल चाल है?
Very good. Thank you so much for having me. It's great. I'm excited.
Me too. And we were talking कि कैसे लक बाय चांस की बात हुई है कि एकदम से अचानक से ये हो गया पॉसिबल कि हम पॉडकास्ट कर पा रहे हैं इकट्ठे. But I saw the pitch. I saw what you did in Shark Tank. I looked at your profile. बहुत मजा आने वाला आज. We are going to talk about something which usually people don't talk about. Right. Innerwear category. लोग shy feel करते हैं, शर्मा जाते हैं, बोल भी नहीं पाते हैं लोग, है ना, कि कैसे ब्रा बोले, कैसे पैंटी बोले. ये सब चीजों को लोगों को थोड़ा एक सबकॉन्शियसली बोल लो या कुछ भी बोल लो, सोसाइटली बोल लो. अभी मुझे भी थोड़ा सा फील हो रहा था बोलते थे कि बोलूं ना बोलूं. But then this is what we have to talk about more and more and more. And this is maybe a taboo subject, but we still want to talk about. And we still want to learn more about this business, this behemoth that you're building, the brand that you're building, which is Dichika. सब कुछ सीखने वाले हैं, बट फटाफट एक प्लेज ले लो कि जो बोलोगे, सच के सिवा कुछ नहीं बोलोगे.
सच के सिवा और कुछ बोल के कुछ फायदा होगा नहीं. झूठ बोल के कुछ फायदा होगा नहीं, बिकॉज दिस होल प्लेटफॉर्म इज हियर टू, इट्स एन ओपन बुक. इफ इट्स नॉट गोइंग आउट देन इट्स नॉट वर्थ इट, है ना. तो इट हैज टू गो एंड एवरीथिंग हैज टू गो रियल. इनफैक्ट मैं कल वानी से बात करी थी एंड वो कहती, रिचा सच बता दे हमने क्या गलतियां करी है. सच बता, कुछ बता, छुपाने की जरूरत नहीं है, जो करा है वो है. बट अब वी आर बैक एंड यू नो वी नो व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, सो ब्रिंग इट ऑन. बट यार, जैसे आपने बोला कि इनरवेयर टैबू है मार्केट में बोलना कि क्या आप काम कर रहे हो. एक दैट्स द होल थिंग बिहाइंड डिचिका. यही टैबू हम खत्म करना चाहते हैं. We want to make people very, very comfortable talking about menstrual health, talking about periods, talking about period flow, and you know, telling. मतलब the whole point over here is that we want more and more men being comfortable, not only outside but inside their homes with their daughters, with their sisters, in a classroom or in a school, talking to their co-friends कि अगर आपके पेट में दर्द हो रही है, so she doesn't have to make bahanas. It is a period cramp and that's about it. You know, and if I'm not feeling, I'm emotionally down, it is one of the symptoms that I had to face every month of my life. And you need to be comfortable and be cooperative about it. So, you know, things like that is something we are bold and very, you know, we're very open to talk about it and making sure that anybody who starts sitting in front of us should be as comfortable as we are.
Awesome. मिस्टेक्स की बात कर रहा हूँ, मिस्टेक्स पे तो मैं आऊंगा. बट मुझे ना मेरे ये समझना है कि फॉर पीपल हु डोंट नो, देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स दैट कम्स अंडर इनरवेयर, राइट? पहले उससे शुरू करते हैं सो दैट पीपल गेट टू नो कि हम किस सब्जेक्ट की बात कर रहे हैं, क्या प्रोडक्ट लाइन की बात कर रहे हैं, सो दे गेट सम एस्टैब्लिशमेंट अराउंड इट. तो इनरवेयर में क्या क्या होता है?
सो फॉर डिचिका स्पेसिफिकली इफ वी टॉक इनरवेयर वुमेन मार्केट 3,000 करोड़ की मार्केट है. उसमें से एक छोटा सा पार्ट है विच आप अगर कंजर्वेटिव भी लगा लो तो वैसे 20% है यंग वुमेन और टीन गर्ल्स का, बट आप कंजर्वेटिव लगा लो 10% मार्केट है विच इज अराउंड 3,000 करोड़. वो मार्केट है एक 10 साल से लेकर अंडर 25 एज ग्रुप में. नाउ इनरवेयर में जब हम बात करते हैं तो अभी तक या बिफोर से 2019 इवन आज, इन इफ यू लुक एट मॉम एंड पॉप स्टोर्स जो लोकल स्टोर्स होते हैं, उसमें अगर आप जाओ और आप बोलो कि मेरी 12 साल की बेटी है या मेरी 10 साल की लड़की के लिए मुझे एक बिगनर ब्रा, ट्रेनर ब्रा का वर्ड का कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं है अभी तक. तो वो क्या करते हैं, हम कहते हैं कुछ है आपके पास उनके लिए स्टार्ट करना है, तो कहते हैं हमारे पास जो अवेलेबल है उसी में से ले लो. सो कहने का मतलब ये है कि इस एज ग्रुप के लिए डेडिकेटेड कलेक्शन है ही नहीं मार्केट में.
तो अभी तक ये क्या यूज करते आ रहे हैं, मतलब
जो मदर्स या वुमेन्स इनरवेयर में ब्राज हो गई, स्पोर्ट्स ब्राज हो गई, अगर किसी को हुक वाला नहीं चाहिए, स्लिप ऑन्स चाहिए, तो स्पोर्ट्स ब्रा के नाम पे चलती हैं. और स्पोर्ट्स ब्रा ढूंढते कॉटन में ढूंढते हैं. क्योंकि स्पोर्ट्स ब्रा इज एन एक्टिव, जनरली इफ यू लुक एट स्पोर्ट्स ब्रा इट वुड बी एन एक्टिव वेयर फैब्रिक व्हिच वुड बी अ ड्राई फिट और समथिंग. फिर वो ढूंढते हैं कि कॉटन में कुछ दे दो, कॉटन में जो सबसे छोटे साइजेस है वो उठा लो. तो ये चल रहा है अभी तक. और अगर कुछ और छोटी लड़कियां हो तो उनको कैमिसोल्स पहना देते हैं जो जनरली किड्स सेक्शन में बड़े साइजेस होते हैं.
Okay.
So there was no brand back in 2019-18 जो बोल रहे कि ट्रेनर ब्रास या बिगिनर ब्रास करके कोई कॉन्सेप्ट है जो बहुत जरूरी है उस एडोलेसेंस में या एक प्यूबर्टी एज में उस लड़की को जो वुमेनहुड में जा रही है कुछ गारमेंट. इट इज इन अ वेयर इज अ सेकंड स्किन. You need to pay attention to that kind of category. And like I said that this age group it's not a new category. It's always existed. Nobody has addressed it.
Why do you think people haven't, or brands or big companies already in this space haven't addressed it yet? What stopped them?
See, honestly, I think काम चल रहा था. People were going to the section, and अगर आप बहुत बड़े brands की बात करोगे, established brands की, उनका core business
कौन से brands हैं बड़े established?
Jockey है, Enamer है, अगर आप बात करोगे इंडिया के.
And this is India or worldwide?
India की मैं बात कर रही हूँ अभी. Worldwide has this teenage market has matured much earlier than India. So it has different figures and different timelines. But when you talk about India, these basic brands are either working on the core categories or the core segment, which is the women category. There are brands like Body Care Kids hai, which is a very strong brand for kids category, but they're very focused from 2 years to 5 to 6 years.
Acha.
Majorly. So they have their focus age demographics which are set for them, and they're focusing on that. Lately, because like I said, internationally it is growing. The data is slowly coming out. Internationally, brands are also expanding in these categories. So we have brands like American Eagle, उन्होंने Aries लाए, Victoria's Secret, they got the Happy Nation. So brands internationally have grown in this
Happy
category.
Nation of Victoria's Secret is specifically for teenage.
That's right. So similarly, India में भी बहुत सारे they started focusing on that. उन्होंने वो gap देखना शुरू किया. And they have expanded. ऐसा नहीं है. Jockey has missed jockey, but it is negligible percentage of their business. So the point is that their core attention is not that category. So there is no one brand whose core attention is that particular age group, and it is not a small market. It is a huge market and a constant growing. India is one of the youngest countries in the world.
Abhi, out of entire 1.5 billion people, how many women fall in this age category? Do you know any estimate?
So we have around, if you look at only the teenagers, we have around 120 crores of teenage girls, which includes adolescents, which is the teen girls and young women. Okay.
120 crore नहीं होगा, कम होगा.
किसमें?
150 crore तो पूरा ही है ना.
120 million.
हाँ, million होगा.
हाँ, 120
not
million.
120 crore.
No, 120 million.
Yeah.
So that is the number which currently up from the 1.4 billion population that we currently have.
Correct.
And so all of these, so this has, it's not like nobody has addressed it. They've addressed it, but the exclusivity and the uniqueness which Gen Zs these days want is not being provided by us, by these brands. Like even if you look at today, like if you go to Marks and Spencer, then H&M, which are multinational brands, okay, they have the smallest section for this age group. And you'll hardly find anything which resonates with this particular age group. You will find like 4 to 5 vanilla colors, vanilla designs, probably not appropriate to the coverage that is required by this age group, not appropriate by the fit which is required, not appropriate to the colors that they want, not appropriate to the prints they are looking for, or probably that resonates with them. Okay, they might be having a uniform collection, but uniform ke baad they have a life, right?
Yeah.
So like something like we do. We have combos of bras where we have one which is a solid color which goes with their uniform, and the other is a print or some poppy color which goes with for their after school time. So those kind of things are very deeply understood by DChika and implemented to create a community or a brand that is only thinking about them and their needs and their lifestyle and what they want, and not focusing on anything. We're a very non-sexy focused So if you look at, if I can give you an example, if you look at other brands that you call who are established or focusing the women's wear, and you want to go pick up their product, which is probably an extra small size or a double XS size, you will see a 35-year-old model wearing that product. How are you going to, why would a mother, relate to that? So, such minute things, that what kind of models or what kind of lifestyle images we are putting up. We don't put like straight faces. We make happy faces because we need to communicate the boldness and the confidence that these kids carrying and should carry in them.
Yeah. Abhi iske andar na, you said, but I'm still trying to understand that. I got the problem that you're solving. But wait, what made you solve this problem? क्यों teens के ऊपर focus किया आपने?
Like I said, it's a gap. It's a huge market and there are hardly any players.
आपको कैसे मिला है gap?
So, back from 2014, that's when my entrepreneurship journey started. We were in the kids category. We were doing a kids venture, me and Vani together. And we were doing garments and different categories. And we realized over the period of time that what we were doing was not a very scalable business. One. Secondly, it's a commodity business.
What were you doing?
We were doing kids products, like we were doing kids accessories, which was again a girls kids category. We were looking at accessories, a little bit of footwear, garments. So trying to explore the category and doing business in that segment only. But we realized that whatever category we were picking up, it was very saturated. And secondly, it was not really solving a problem. Okay, there was not something that did not exist and we were probably solving, or they were, and even if we were doing some particular category, it was not like it's an scalable business.
Why not scalable?
Because the saturation, because if you don't have a problem, if you're not solving a problem, if you're not tapping a white space, then kitna scale kar loge yaar aap? And if you're starting from somewhere where there are already 10,000 people with multifold, capacity of branding or XYZ, how much can you compete? And how long will it take for you to get there?
So, in a way, are you saying कि अगर किसी 20 साल के बंदे को आज brand start करना है या company start करनी है, so they should always focus on solving a core problem at first.
Absolutely. And find the right white space. आप आज भी देखोगे टीन सेगमेंट में, forget innerwear for a minute, आप किसी भी कैटेगरी में देख लो, you can actually count the number of brands in your fingers of one hand कि क्या मतलब कितने लोग हैं, कितने ब्रांड हैं जो सिर्फ इस पर्टिकुलर कैटेगरी को फोकस कर रही है. Hardly any. It's a huge white space. And अगर मेजर फोकस ब्रांड्स भी इस पर्टिकुलर एज ग्रुप पे थोड़ा टाइम निकाल रही है तो कुछ है ना, और ग्रोइंग है ना. आप सीधा तो वो डेटा पढ़ो ना. इट्स अ ग्रोइंग एज ग्रुप. इट्स वन ऑफ द यंगेस्ट कंट्रीज इन द वर्ल्ड. वेयर आर दे गोइंग टू गो? एंड द disposable income, the purchasing capacity is constantly increasing. This age group will be more educated than the millennials and other generations.
That's true.
And the more education, the more exposure, and they need things to feed that, right?
True.
And you need to provide it. Somebody needs to provide it. So we are one of the first ones to actually meet that gap. And I think the first comer's advantage is always going to be, and it's not that, other brands or other people who are trying to start something new would have challenges. It is still a huge white space.
But आपको लगता है first comer होने के disadvantage भी होते हैं, because you create the market and then others who may join in the bandwagon later can reap the benefit of what you're doing.
I think initially we used to get affected, but I think now it just boosts us more because it gives the power of security that whatever we're doing, it does make sense.
So it's like a validation to you.
Yes, and people are doing, and validation more than the numbers. I think if there is a market and they're seeing it, right, there is sales, we are growing, and there is a lot of acceptance of the product, there is a lot of demand, and there is a demand supply. And if people are coming in, because this game is not about the product, it's about community building, it's about connection. And innerwear is one category which is very sticky. If you talk about stickiness, be it any category in terms of men, women, kids, if you're connected and if you like a certain style in your innerwear, you will think twice or maybe 10 times to actually change it. People do not change their innerwear brands so fast as they change their fast fashion or outerwear. Okay, and but once they do that, they stick to it for as long as it can. So, and the commitment level that you need to create with what you're doing is only through branding and communication and the kind of product you're giving and the connect that you're creating. Once you do that, then innerwear is a great category to go.
मुझे ना एक चीज समझनी है. For example, let's say कि आज 5 brands already हैं इस space में, innerwear category में, targeting young teenage girls, right? That you're trying to do.
Okay.
अभी आप हो सकता है 3-4 और आ जाए maybe 2 साल बाद. अब what triggers these teenage girls or young women to buy a specific brand? अभी तो एक problem आपने solve की, तो obviously let's say there is no choice for them. You are the one who is solving it. And because you're solving it in a great way, people are obviously bound to purchase what you're offering them. But let's say 4-5 brand और आ गए. अब क्या आपको लगता है, what change or what you will have to do better than the other brands, established brands who have brand appeal, brand name, which will trigger them to buy what you have?
So currently there are brands which have come up. ऐसा नहीं है कि और brands नहीं है, and they're doing decent business, which are startups, which one of them is like Adira, who is doing very similar products.
They started after you?
Yes.
Okay.
But they're doing decent business. But अगर आप उनका देखोगे, I think कहीं ना कहीं businesses जो मैं बार बार बोल रही हूँ, communicate करना, उनके lifestyle के हिसाब से समझना उनकी क्या needs हैं, वो लोग वो specifically कर रहे हैं, products बना रहे हैं. But again, those vanilla designs, again, not creating content that is engaging them. If you look at Deechika's social media or the branding and the marketing communication that we do a dual communication, where we are communicating and connecting with the mothers, and we're communicating and connecting with the Gen Zs. So how it goes is, from 10 years to 17 years, the purchasing power is with the mothers.
So the influence to buy a product is with the mother.
Influence is the child,
but the
purchasing decision is the mother. And from 17 to under 25, for innerwear major categories like the bras and the basic ones, it is the Gen Z who's taking the purchasing power as well. But when it comes to period care, the still purchasing, the last final decision making is the parent. So when we do a communication, we do dual communication in a way. When we're talking about the brand, when we're talking about connecting with them, it is more with the teenagers. When it is a sale conversion marketing, when it's called a performance marketing, when we're targeting it to convert into sales, we're targeting the mothers. So अगर आप social media में, हमारा Instagram में अगर आप देखोगे, तो हमारे memes होंगे, हमारे colleges में fun stuff होगा, you know, a lot of stuff on social issues that we're trying to communicate, a lot of sustainability, which matters to them. You know, these things matters to them. Sustainability, being eco-friendly, you know, what we're trying to do for the planet, all of these things are because like mother का focus है कि मेरी बेटी को ये चाहिए, मुझे खरीदना है, मैं कहाँ से खरीदूँ, what is the best price, and tuck, you know, she buys it. But for the child, she or the, you know, young girl, for her it's like it's a connect. क्यों मैं खरीदूँ उनका product? What is it that they're trying to, can I resonate with them in any way? Are they talking something that interests me?
Is it really that strong? Like इतना impactful होता है Gen Zs के लिए ये चीज?
Gen Zs are like a different species, yeah. I'm telling you. I mean,
what do you learn about Gen Zs over the last few years? कुछ चीजें बताओ.
They excite me every day. I love meeting them. In fact, अभी मैं श्रीराम स्कूल गई हुई थी with Namita for her Thapar Entrepreneurial Academy, and I was doing a speaker session there. They were entrepreneurs. They did their project in 6 weeks. जो हम मतलब 10-10 साल लगा देते हैं, उन्होंने 6 दिन में कर दिया यार.
अच्छा.
मतलब 6 दिन में they had a pitch ready. They had a पूरा business model ready and a prototype of their product. You know, talking हम वो हमसे बहुत आगे हैं. And to match up with them, they know what they want. They know what is right, what is wrong. The clarity in their heads is unmatchable. And to cope with them and to make them understand, there is no way but to meet them and understand their lifestyle. If it's about innerwear, if I'm selling innerwear, I don't need to, it's the last thing I want to know what inner they're wearing.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to know that what kind of a life they're leading. What do they watch on TV, on OTT platforms? What do they scroll on their Instagrams? What kind of platforms do they like going? Instagrams, matlab, are they using their mother's phones? Do they have their own phones? What kind of outerwear they're wearing? Because whatever outerwear they're wearing, it has to complement the innerwear. They're going with it. What are the places? How often do they go for a vacation? What kind of vacation? Like everything. I need to know. So what I think other brands are doing, I'm not too sure how much they're focusing on this part, but we focus a lot on understanding this age group and making sure, because I take care of the product. I cannot create a product till I don't know them as much. I talk to them. I want them. In fact, we have the maximum interns. I avoid interviewing people above the age of 30.
Offend हो जाएंगे बहुत लोग.
हो जाए यार. I mean, I've hired them, but I've never been happy because you know what is the difference? The difference of work ethics
versus
work ethics. They focus on growing their professionally. Okay.
You're talking about above 30.
Yes, the millennials. They focus on their professional growth. Whereas this particular age group focus on their personal growth. What are they understanding? What are they personally getting out of it? How much time are they spending and how much time are they giving us? And what are the productivity? उनको नहीं काम करना आके 9 घंटे या 8 घंटे एक बंद कमरे में कंप्यूटर के सामने. वो नहीं करेंगे. आप उनसे करा ही नहीं सकते.
True.
They have a different work ethics, and I was reading an article the other day where they were talking about the future CEOs of the world. अगर आप उनके हिसाब से work culture नहीं change करोगे, there is no way you can succeed. And you have to understand that, embrace that, and make the best out of it.
Okay. मुझे 3 अलग-अलग आपसे चीजें पूछनी है इस पे, because we are talking about Gen Zs, right? You lead product. Now, give me an example of an insight कि आपने Gen Zs से बात की, उनको समझा, and you figured out कि यार हमें ये product के अंदर innovation करना चाहिए और ये निकालना चाहिए, because that will resonate with Gen Zs more. Maybe you were not doing it earlier.
Right.
After you went on, so many interactions हुई, उसके बाद आपको वो समझ में आई, and that also was also right in a way.
Right.
मतलब वो validate भी हुआ. कोई ऐसा example है आपके पास ऐसा?
Of course, I have a lot of them.
Yeah.
One of them is when we were doing a lot of prints, like I said. So prints were doing very well from 8 years, 10 years to 14 years. क्योंकि हम और हमारा spectrum बढ़ता रहा, demographics का, we were going under 25. We realized that it is important for us to do more bold colors, solid colors. They asked for more solid colors.
Okay.
They said, you know, and when you go to this age group these days, people start these teenagers start having crushes and boyfriends and relationships post say 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, and once they're in their 18s, they need some thing which goes and resonates with that. They don't want to have kiddish prints. So we got that feedback. They said, okay, we don't want very sexy, but we don't want vanilla and we don't want childish. We want something that we would like. Probably, you know, then we created something which more bold colors, like a neon color, slightly putting a slight lace, not making a red and a pink and a fuchsia, just probably on a white color or a black color or a skin color, putting a slight lace here and there. That resonates with what they want, and that's a constant thing that we keep doing, and understanding what they want and what they don't want.
And ye product ka
if it's done well
compared to others,
yes. Tie and dye was one big example. The tie and dyes were doing we launched it क्योंकि हमें लगा कि it had to be less childish, and that became our best sellers. And we launched it in all our best-selling styles. So एक दो color हमने करा and it did really well.
Now I want to know same cheese but with marketing. Since you are talking about marketing a lot, Instagram is something that you've understood and you're trying to get better at it. Let's say you got from these interactions again, I'm coming back to that. You got to know कि यार इन लोगों को ना ये चीज समझ में आती है, and you wanted to do some campaigns. Influencing these teenagers,
right?
Trying to build a connection, trying to build a community with them. कुछ ऐसे campaigns के examples बताओ जो इन insights के through समझ में आए और आपको करने को मिला हो.
So we did a very interesting photo shoot lately where we had a very young girl who was very bold. It was more about expressions. It's about not how the product is coming out. It's about what expression she's putting up in the shoot. So she was making happy faces. She was jumping. She was laughing, and we did a lot of still shots with that. So a lot of fun and happy pictures instead of those regular standard pictures that you see in the thumbnails when you go on marketplaces. Very different from that, and did really, really well for us. And we also, did those small clips where very tech savvy kind of a setup where we had like a girl standing and there was this scroller of products going there, and the garment was continuously changing because they relate to something like that. Something very AI, something very tech goes very well for them to understand. So that was something we did very differently last time, and that we had a great engagement on social media.
Now third thing I wanted to know is same insights but for work culture.
Work culture, so startups, work culture is always a struggle for us. But we've understood that a hard way, and took us time that we needed more fresh minds and a lot of thinkers than hard workers. And this age group is a lot like a sponge, okay? They absorb everything which is around them, and they do not think twice who they're standing in front of and what do they need to say or not. If it is me as a founder or any person in the boardroom or whoever it is, they will just come in and they will say that I don't like your idea and this is what I think we should do. And as much as at that point you think, oh my God, what is it? But that is the best thing for your brand or for your business. And they have no scare. That is the best part about this generation. They will come out loud and they will come out open and tell you, this is the thing that will work and this is the thing which we think it doesn't work for us. Let's try. And they will fight for it. Even if we say that, no, this is what it is. I think this is a lot of budget and we can't do this right now. They will say, okay, we will give you a cheaper version of what I am saying and let's do that. That's a very interesting thing which I feel working with this age group is working very well. Most of our branding and marketing product is age group where we have a lot of college interns who are studying in DU and different colleges and constantly either on their internships or working on the side with us on part-time. So a lot of great ideas come from them, which we are implementing. And we're making sure we do that and understand them and try to incorporate that in the business however we can.
Okay, मैं summarize करता हूँ इसको. if anybody, let's say, want to start a brand which is targeting Gen Zs, right? What they need to do is they need to understand these 5 things. First, they can think of something bold. These Gen Zs are not really scared of anything. Yeah. So if your brand conveys that value, it could resonate with them.
Right.
Third thing is these Gen Zs are more around personal growth than professional growth.
That's right.
So if you can give them a work culture that supports their personal growth more, that could give you a very good advantage over the other companies.
That's true.
Fourth is they are more productive in nature. Right? They always look up time versus value equation.
True.
Fifth is they're very, very emotionally open in conveying what they are feeling. So these 5 attributes I could figure out throughout this conversation, that if anybody wants to target Gen Zs, if they look up these 5 things, they can create not only a brand, but a good marketing campaign, but also a good work culture around it.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you create a good work culture, if you communicate the right story or the right ethos that you want to communicate, the sales and the numbers automatically follows. So you just need to have your marketing and your branding right. How you're communicating, and then rest goes with it.
Yeah. अब मुझे ना थोड़ा competition में बात करनी है, right? Now these local competition, the products that were available with local commodity,
the
जो markets में होते हैं, non-branded ones, इनके प्राइस में और डिचिका के प्राइस में क्या फर्क है?
ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं है. So we've captured a very sweet spot between the non-branded and the really big brands, so-called we call, and we're making sure that we have a good quality product packed with branding and presentation, and meeting a sweet spot between both the price. So if for example, if I can give you the numbers, if a non-branded basic bra is for 150 or 170 rupees, and Jockey is probably doing a 299 rupees of a similar product, we would probably doing a 225 or a 240.
And how often, like, people need to replace these? I know about guys.
Yes.
I'm not about aware about girls. कितने टाइम में इसको हमें मतलब कितना frequent buy होता है?
Yeah, so we do a 12-month thing where they do like 2 to 3 purchases.
अच्छा.
Yeah.
Okay.
Per year. That is what we work on, and it is also the number of that particular style. Okay. So utility based, but obviously if you look at, because because your brand is offering so many different silhouettes and articles, these days we need different innerwear for different kind of outerwear. So that purchases also piles up with that. So if you are doing like an ethnic wear, if you're doing like a school uniform, or if you're doing like a crop top or a backless or an off shoulder, you need your innerwear accordingly. So we are also doing these really interesting straps, detachable straps, which are colorful and glittery,
changeable
which they
straps.
which they can show off, and it looks really nice. So they're very pickable for them. So these things which they interest them, we do that alongside.
अब इसमें आपके पास ऑप्शन ये भी था कि आप लग्जरी कैटेगरी में भी जा सकते थे. Like you could have gone to, because there was a white space.
That's right.
No brand was existing.
Right.
Or solving the core problem that you're trying to solve.
Right.
So you could have maybe have gone to a price which is like 300 or 350.
Right.
Instead of 220, 200 that you're doing currently.
Right. So
why 220, 240? Why not maybe a luxury route?
Luxury, I would not say something that we look at presently, but premium products we do have. So when I talk about 250 rupees, that is an average bestseller product that we have. We do have a 199 rupee product. We do have a 699 and a 799 rupee product.
What's the difference?
It is basically the cuts, the silhouette, the fabric. Okay, all of that. It also depends on a different market. Okay, and what kind of a category? For example, if you look at different marketplaces that cater to different economic segments, we create product range according to different marketplaces. Probably a Myntra and an Ajio would have a slightly different assortment than an Amazon or probably a Flipkart and a JioMart, and a completely different for the offline. Within the offline, modern trade would probably have a different collection, and the general trade model stores would have a different collection.
So for the audience, explain what modern trade and general trade is.
So modern trade are basically organized stores, big multi-brand stores where, for example, Shopper Stop ho gaya. So all these brands where, or या विशाल मेगा मार्ट हो गए. So all these brands वहाँ पे आप अपना एक कियोस्क लगाते हो और अपना प्रोडक्ट बेचते हो. उसके अलावा ट्रेडिंग जो हम अभी कर नहीं रहे हैं, मॉडर्न ट्रेड मॉडल हमने जनरल ट्रेड मॉडल में किया था. तो जनरल ट्रेड मॉडल वो है जो एक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन और रिटेलर मॉडल है, जहाँ पे छोटे लोकेलिटी स्टोर्स में, मॉम एंड पॉप स्टोर्स में आप अपने प्रोडक्ट बाकी ब्रांड्स के साथ बेचते हैं.
अभी आप वो नहीं कर रहे?
अभी हम वो कर रहे हैं. हम जनरल ट्रेड मॉडल से बेचते हैं.
यू आर नॉट इन मॉडर्न ट्रेड?
We are not in modern trade right now. We are only in general trade model, and we started that in 2022. And overall, it is more because today also, if the research that we've done and the surveys that we've conducted, most purchases are still being done from the mom and pop stores for this particular category. And that's
क्यों ऐसा? Like, why is it that?
See, it is. I think it's also the availability and the trust factor, and because the awareness. Okay. अगर उनको लग रहा है कि they need to pick up a store that भैया sitting in the shop would be able to provide them a better product, then they understanding कि उनको product चाहिए कौन सा. So the mother might not herself know that what product she needs to buy. She's asking the salesperson or the retailer. That's one big reason why the biggest game to crack offline business in the general trade model is acceptance and confidence in the retailers, not the customers. And the retailer mindset break करना बहुत important है, because उन्हीं का mindset ऐसा है कि जो पड़ा हुआ है उसी में से हम बेच देंगे इनको.
Right.
हम जैसे earlier we were looking at doing cups. So हम सोच रहे थे let's do, so A cup is the smallest cup than B and then goes forward to C and D. So हमने सोचा था हम A cup करते हैं. तो हम A cup लेके गए, हमने रिसर्च किया, एंड हमें उन्होंने बोला कि डिमांड ही B cup की है. आप किसी ग्रोइंग बॉडी को B cup नहीं दे सकते. तो आपको कस्टमर को और मदर्स को, पेरेंट्स को एडुकेट करना है कि उनकी डॉटर को क्या प्रोडक्ट पहनना चाहिए, पर बेचने के लिए आपको रिटेलर्स को समझाना है. क्योंकि एंड ऑफ द डे द मदर्स कम टू द रिटेलर एंड आस्ते हैं कि मेरी बेटी 12 साल की है, 10 साल की है, आप दे दो मुझे उसके लिए प्रोडक्ट.
राइट.
तो द होल गेम ऑफ ट्रेड, जनरल ट्रेड मॉडल इज टू कन्विंस एंड टू educate the retailers. Once you educate the retailers, then your brand is there. Because एक locality store में वही है उनके लिए. मतलब अगर आप एक local store में जा रहे हो, the trust level that woman or the customer has with that local store owner nobody can beat that.
किस स्टेज पे आपने ऑफलाइन शुरू कर दिया था? 2022 में तो किया था, but at what scale were you already?
We started when we were at around the similar scale, 10 CR. Achha. Yeah. And I do agree we started much early.
मैं वही पूछने वाला था.
Yes.
Do you think that you did it too early?
Yes, we did that, and we admit that it was a mistake. But having said that, nowhere, if you look at the numbers and data, like I just said, is a very, very offline centric market. Okay, for the category. And it is today or tomorrow, it is very important to go offline. And the general trade model is the model. So we've understood that ये vertical important है इस category के capture करना बहुत जरूरी है. But with the kind of capital we had and the scale we had, it was early for us. But it was a great learning.
किस stage पे आप comfortable होते? Because now that you have understood कि वो mistake वहाँ थी, what would have been the right stage to get into?
मुझे लगता है कि start तब करना चाहिए था, but we should have learned with making it not very big. Okay, going very big and out with it. So having a decent, because you know this whole offline general trade model needs a lot of muscle strength, a lot of capital strength, and a lot of branding. You cannot go without it. And like I said, it's a very relationship based business model where you need to connect with the मेल डोमिनेटेड रिटेलर इंडस्ट्री. आप उनको कम्युनिकेट करना, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एज विमेन इट इज सच अ ह्यूज चैलेंज टू ब्रेक इन द मेल डोमिनेटेड इंडस्ट्री, which on the back end level I was anyway doing with my manufacturers and you know other things. Apart from that, now getting into the offline, no distributor or retailer, I have met them. I have got meetings organized, but through you know getting a mail, calling them and getting the meeting organized and then turning up there. They do not. You know, I've got questions like, who is the owner? You know, who is the person behind this? And what do you do for the company? You know, things like that. It is such a male-dominated.
They were not believing that you are the owner.
No. You need to have a face. You need to have a masculine face behind this particular vertical. And it was very important for us to, because we were getting into it and we faced this issue. So this is one of the reasons why Tarun came in and he got the face and understood. And because he was in a particular industry where he was very strong with relationship building, and we understood it that this particular segment needs that to be captured. But having said all of this, there has been a great learning. ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर मैं कहूँ मैं बहुत जल्दी गई and it's been full of failures, I would not say that at all, because we've understood, and because digital marketplaces and digital platforms gives a lot of access to metros. They do not get us accessibility to tier 2 and tier 3.
आपने कहाँ शुरू किया offline?
We started Delhi, we started Punjab, Rajasthan, UP, MP.
एक साथ?
Slowly, over the period of time. सबसे पहले हमने दिल्ली start किया था, and we had to shut it down. We're not doing Delhi right now. It's such a bad market to, you know, break in.
Why is it bad?
Retailer mindset. Difficult है. Exposure इतना है ना metros में कि उन लोगों को नई new brand, जैसे मैंने बोला स्टिकीनेस है इस ब्रांड में, तो ये एक्सप्लोर करना थोड़ा मुश्किल था दिल्ली में. बट
इज इट लाइक बिकॉज मोनोपोली भी है बड़े ब्रांड्स की कि वो किसी और को आने नहीं देते?
मोनोपोली कह सकते हैं, एक्सपोजर कह सकते हैं, अवेलेबिलिटी, एक्सेसिबिलिटी बहुत ज्यादा है मेट्रोज में. सो
हाउ इज दिस, मैं और थोड़ा सा डीपर पूछूंगा, हाउ डज दिस फंक्शन? मतलब जैसे मान लो आज मुझे ऑफलाइन में जाना है, राइट? हाउ डू आई गेट इनटू दिल्ली? मतलब मुझे क्या करना होगा पहले?
It's all about creating great manpower. Like I just said, it's massive.
मतलब मुझे एक एक करके सब रिटेलर्स पे जाना होगा?
आप नहीं जा सकते.
तो क्या स्टेप लेना होगा?
टीम बिल्ड करनी पड़ती है जाने के लिए.
लेट्स से मैंने 10 लोग हायर कर लिए, अब ये एक एक करके रिटेलर्स पे जाएंगे,
डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स के पास जाएंगे, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स को अपना प्रोडक्ट ऑफर करेंगे if they would want to keep them, and then they will recommend retailers. Then we would go to retailers and tell them that this is our product and you can pick up this product from this distributor.
How do I figure out distributors?
So generally there is a channel of people. आप खुद generally नहीं कर सकते. आप there are people who are जैसे जो ASMs हैं, sales executives हैं, and people who are already working in the offline industry. They already have their circle and industry and database.
तो मतलब आप ये in a way अगर मैं समझूं, तो it is not easy for anyone to just walk into any retailer?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, you can't do that. They're not going to attend you. यार आप खुद सोचो, एक 8x8 और 10x10 की दुकान है उसके पास, ठीक है? उस दुकान में उसने सब कुछ रखना है. तो वो सोचेगा ना कि मेरे पास जो चलती हुई चीज है या सब कुछ उसको मैं क्यों रखूं? मेरे पास स्पेस की स्कैरसिटी है. उसके बाद जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर है उसको रिटेलर से पैसे लेने हैं.
So what pushed them? What can make them go in favor of you?
First, relationships with people, the connect, references, सेकेंडली यू नीड टू कम्युनिकेट दैट आपको ये मार्केट है, ये प्रोडक्ट आप बेच के देखो, ठीक है, और सबसे पहले उनको वो बेचो जो उनका सबसे ज्यादा चलने वाली चीज है, कि इसी में फॉर एग्जांपल कॉटन पैंटीज डिड वेरी वेल फॉर अस।
अच्छा, बिकॉज़ वो ऑनलाइन बिकती थी ज्यादा।
ऑनलाइन हमारी ब्रास बिकती हैं ऑनलाइन ज्यादा, ऑफलाइन हम कॉटन पैंटीज रेगुलर थी। हमारी, मैं जो कॉटन पैंटीज की बात कर रही हूँ, मैं बहुत ही बेसिक एसक्यू की बात कर रही हूँ, बहुत ही बेसिक प्रोडक्ट की। वो हमारा इट वाज एन एंट्री प्रोडक्ट, जहाँ पे हम गए, हमने उनको बोला कि दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट यू शुड कीप फॉर दिस।
मैं वापस सॉरी इंटरप्ट करूंगा और ऑडियंस मुझे गाली देगी इस बात पे, बट मुझे समझना है। आपने बोला कि ऑफलाइन में आप वो प्रोडक्ट पुश करो या उनको बोलो कि ये बेचो जो आपको पता है कि वो ज्यादा बिकेगा,
टू एंटर
एंड
देन पुश योर न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स।
बट हाउ डिड यू गॉट टू नो कि ये ऑफलाइन में ज्यादा बिकेगा? क्योंकि वो ऑनलाइन तो आपका
आप अपना पूरा प्रोडक्ट रेंज दिखाते हो ना डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर को, उनको लगता है, मैं उनको अगर ये देखते हैं कि अच्छा ये कॉटन पैंटी था, ये तो मैं बेच ही लूंगा।
अच्छा, सो दैट इज देयर डिसीजन, नॉट योर्स।
दे पिक इट अप, देखिएगा कि ये साइजेस है, ये तो हम बेच देंगे, इसमें मुझे ये साइजेस और कलर दे दो, इसको ये प्रोडक्ट तो मैं निकाल ही लूंगा। इस प्रोडक्ट के साथ आप अपना, अब जैसे पीरियड पैंटीज था, पीरियड पैंटीज डिड अमेजिंगली वेल। अगर मैं स्मॉल टाउन्स की बात कर देती हूँ और रिटेलर माइंडसेट की हम बात कर रहे थे, डिड वेरी वेल इन पंजाब, इन स्मॉल टाउन्स लाइक भटिंडा, बरनाला एंड लुधियाना। वहां पे हम लोगों ने कम्युनिकेट, वहां ओपननेस थी, ठीक है। तो
आई एम सरप्राइज्ड दिल्ली में नहीं थी। ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है?
एग्जैक्टली, हमें भी, दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाई वी स्टार्टेड विद दिल्ली एंड इट डिड नॉट वर्क फॉर अस। सो द होल गेम इज वेरी डिफरेंट। अगर आप सोचो कि इट्स अ डिफरेंट यूनिवर्स, इट्स अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ पीपल दैट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड। इट इज नॉट सो, डिजिटल एंड ऑफलाइन आर टू डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड्स एंड यू टुडे ऑल्सो ऑफलाइन और ऑनलाइन का वेयर हाउस भी अलग रखना पड़ता है। यू कैन नॉट हैव इट, इज द पैकेजिंग इज डिफरेंट, the logistics is different, the product is different, the colors are different.
Why is the packaging different?
क्योंकि ऑनलाइन में हम एक सिंगल प्रोडक्ट एक बेचते हैं, वहां पे एक सेट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स, एक सेकेंडरी पैकिंग कहते हैं उसको, जहां पे अगर वो कुछ खरीदते हैं रिटेलर, तो वो 6 डब्बे का एक सेट खरीदेंगे, वो एक सिंगल एसक्यू नहीं खरीदेंगे और उसमें से वो बेचेंगे। अगर हम एक 3 पैंटी का पैक बेच रहे हैं, तो वो पूरा पैक नहीं बेचते, वो खोल देंगे, उसको बोलेंगे कस्टमर को जो चाहिए। वो इतनी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है ना, वो रिटेलर और जो कस्टमर का रिलेशनशिप है मॉम एंड पॉप स्टोर्स का, वो बहुत डिफरेंट है फ्रॉम द अदर वर्ल्ड एंड इट इज वेरी कस्टमाइज्ड। हम आपको उनको बोलेंगे कि ऐसा प्रोडक्ट भेजो, ये हम, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल वाइट पैंटीज हैं, प्लेन वाइट, वो ऑफलाइन चलती ही नहीं है।
क्यों?
इट्स एन ऑनलाइन प्रोडक्ट, नहीं चलती।
क्या मतलब, क्या रीजन?
कलर नहीं चलता।
अच्छा,
नहीं चाहिए, हमें डार्क कलर्स चाहिए, और ऑनलाइन में वाइट कलर्स आर बेस्ट सेलर्स। वी सेंट वाइट पैंटीज भर के, कि हमें लगा था कि इट इज अ बेस्ट सेलर इन द पैंटीज कैटेगरी कलर, लेट्स सेंड दिस, इट ऑल केम बैक, did not work for us. So again, this whole thing of getting into offline taught us a lot of things. So now when we go back and big, we exactly know क्या, कहाँ पे, कैसे करना है.
Right. Very interesting कि lot of people get disheartened when they're building a business.
Yeah.
कि भाई मैंने प्रोडक्ट बनाया और वो बिक नहीं रहा.
Yeah.
आप चैनल चेंज करके देखो. हो सकता है वो ऑनलाइन में बेच रहे हो तो शायद नहीं बिक रहा,
That's right.
ऑफलाइन में शायद बिक जाए. ऑफलाइन में भी हो सकता है आप दिल्ली में बेच रहे हो तो नहीं बिक रहा, गुड़गांव में हो सकता है बिक जाए, या किसी गांव में जाके वो बिक जाए.
So you can't just... वाला did so well. राजस्थान में एक बहुत छोटा सा टाउन है झुंझुनूवाला, that did really well for us apart from other regions in Rajasthan.
What made झुंझुनूवाला do some इतना क्रेजी क्यों वहां पे? क्यों?
क्योंकि अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं थी ना, लोगों को नीड थी, एक्सेसिबिलिटी थी नहीं. उनको लगा कि ये प्रोडक्ट है और ये अच्छा चल सकता है. देखो डिजिटल वर्ल्ड है, समझ है सबको, पर अगर अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं है, सब डिमांड है, सप्लाई करना तो हमारा फर्ज है ना. अगर आप कर रहे हो राइट प्रोडक्ट तो क्यों नहीं लेंगे?
करेक्ट.
दिल्ली, बॉम्बे, बैंगलोर, देयर आर tons and tons of options.
Which is why it is difficult to penetrate in metros, especially in offline.
Offline. Online
it's easy to penetrate in
because
metro.
they don't want to go out on the streets. It's a hassle.
मुझे ऑफलाइन में समझ में आ गया कि टियर 1, 2, 3 में आपका ज्यादा अच्छा डिमांड है वर्सेस मेट्रो में.
Yes.
स्पेशली इट्स इजी फॉर यू टू पेनिट्रेट बिकॉज वहां पे अवेयरनेस में भी होगी बट सप्लाई नहीं है.
That's right.
तो इट इज इजी फॉर यू टू क्रिएट दैट ब्रिज एंड सेल इट मोर.
True.
ऑनलाइन के अंदर में बात करो, ऑनलाइन में भी आपको ट्रेंड्स दिखे कि कौन सी सिटी में ज्यादा बिक रहा है, कौन सी में नहीं बिक रहा है, और क्या रीजन समझ में आया? ऐसा कुछ ऑनलाइन में भी पैटर्न दिखे?
पैटर्न्स हैं ऑनलाइन.
क्या पैटर्न्स हैं?
ऑनलाइन के काफी पैटर्न्स अप डाउन चलते रहते हैं. डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ ब्रास, डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ कलर्स गोज इन डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ रीजन्स. तो वो स्टैंडर्ड रहता है. बट ऑनलाइन का मोर और लेस इज अ स्टैंडर्ड थिंग. ऑनलाइन में जो सबसे बड़ी स्ट्रैटेजी अगर किसी को क्रैक करनी है इज ट्राई टू डू एज मेनी FBAs were trying to sell the products as closer or the closest warehouse of that city.
FBAs fulfillment center.
Fulfillment centers. Do as many fulfillment centers as you can because the competition and the awareness and the availability is so much that the faster delivery you get, it is better for a brand to perform. So that is
delivery becomes a trigger purchase point for the customer.
Yes, it is a very huge impact on your strategy for online.
Which is why obviously now the quick commerce are doing that is why big well.
So the mindset is like that ना. अगर आपको एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट चाहिए, एक ब्रांड दे रहा है उसे 2 दिन में, एक दे रहा है 12 घंटे में, आप कौन सा लोगे?
12 घंटे, no doubt.
अगर आपको 50 रुपए भी ऊपर देने तो
always.
So
that's true.
Is the mindset.
अब तो फिल्टर ही करता हूँ मैं सीधा कि अगर 1 day डिलीवरी है तो ही मैं ढूंढता हूँ, नहीं तो नहीं.
True.
I don't even look at the prices of other products.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah, we have 12 fulfillment centers and we are like out and out. So we have so we do like 12-hour deliveries of most of our products. Or 24-hour deliveries of most of our products.
Directly from your website also?
From our website, it takes a little time. But looking at more fulfillment centers for our own website, depending on when we grow with the scale. But website is still a very small, part of our whole business. It's like 10 to 12% of the business. Maximum comes from marketplaces like Amazon. So we make sure that we have all fulfillment centers from Amazon.
How much is from marketplaces?
So 80% is from marketplaces, yeah.
10-12 is from your own website?
Yeah.
80 from marketplaces?
30-35% comes from Amazon and the rest distributed. So 10% हमारा आता है offline से, 10% हमारा website से आता है, which is growing now. And maximum comes from the marketplace. We are a digital first and a marketplace first brand.
And what about quick commerce?
We are trying to get into quick commerce. We're trying to, in fact, Vinita has really helped us to crack Zepto. We're trying to figure that out and trying to make sure that we get in quick commerce with a few products. So yeah, hopefully in the next quarter.
Do you think there will be a demand in quick commerce for this product?
Definitely, why not?
Are any other companies selling?
Yes, but not so many products, very limited products. But definitely sanitary napkins and the reusable sanitary napkins that we're doing. Sanitary is a very huge segment and a category which is very, very, I think one of the best seller categories for quick commerce. उसके अंदर है. Apart from that, innerwear तो चाहिए ही होता है. Thermals कई बार चाहिए होते हैं. Should do well. So we are looking at basic innerwears like those. We're not going to be giving the whole collection to quick commerce. We will do like a very, again, when we talk about assortments, we make sure the right assortment go to the right place. And we're going to make like a basic 15-20 articles which are our best sellers, which are the necessary, most essential products for anybody. We're just going to put that up.
मेरे को ना अभी sanitary napkins की हम बात कर रहे हैं, right? I got the entire gist of the problem that you're solving through bras and innerwears, right? कि वहाँ white space था, आपको देखा. What is the core problem that you're solving with sanitary napkins? वहाँ आपने क्यों enter किया?
I think that is the bigger problem than the problem we were just discussing, and it is a bigger motive behind DChika is working towards sustainability because and that is a very, very personal motive or you call a project or vision, you can say, for us, where we are looking at converting the country, like literally that is the big, impact that we really want to make through converting people to use reusable sanitary napkins and reusable period care like period panties, where you don't need to dispose it off. You use it, you wash it, and you reuse it. Our products are lab tested, so it's not like people think कि हम ये तो बहुत पुराने ज़माने का कॉन्सेप्ट है, बट पुराने ज़माने की और आज की टेक्नोलॉजी और में बहुत फ़र्क है. So that's why we are sitting today and providing that to you. And the kind of tech and technology we have used for the leak-proof properties and to make it lab-tested, safe. So all of that is incorporated, and that's where it's also been, we've also taken help from the gynecologist who's Garima, Dr. Garima from our panel. She's helped us make sure that the product is
Dr.
absolutely
Garima from
right.
Pristine Care?
No. So Dr. Garima is a gynecologist on board with us, where she tells us that what is the product, what is the right product, what goes into it, what is required to create that product, and make sure it is safe and hygienic.
बट आपको नहीं लगता कि बहुत ही अलग डायरेक्शन है ये सैनिटरी वाली वर्सेस इनरवेयर?
Sanitary भी तो so we started with period panties, which is an innerwear, and because it is a reusable thing and it is a garment, sanitary, so it comes within innerwear. It's not something that we're disposing of and impacting the planet, or and just making the.
But are people like comfortable washing sanitary napkins? I don't know.
Yeah, so there has been a hitch in this process, but what we try to communicate is this process is not alien to anybody or a woman. Okay, even when you use a sanitary napkin, it leaks so many times. You need to wash your underwear so many times. It's just the same thing. And why can't you just wash it? What is the problem? It is not something, and it has microfiber properties in it. It's not something that the stain will take ages to go. It just washes away with the flow of water. Because we are using that kind of a property in the product, even like we've personally used this, and we've had like a 6 to 8 months research only to create this product, where we've used it, and after 6 months of regular using it, we've opened and ripped off the product and seen there has been no stain. And it as clean as possible, because we have used that kind of fabric and those kind of properties and layers to make sure that it is safe and hygienic and user friendly.
What about like germs, infections?
Exactly. So it's lab tested. So there is no germs and infection. We've done.
So with one single wash, all the germs goes away.
Yes. And it's not germs. It's just blood.
Yeah. No, I don't know that.
Yeah. So it's not germs. That's the whole thing. It's not germs. It's just blood.
So there is no like point of infection happening after second time, third time.
No. Why would you have an infection if you leave the blood in a certain place? Even if you cut your hand, and you just let it rot, it will rotten, right? It is just one of those things. If you clean it and wash it away, it will get clean, right?
Yeah. So compared to a normal sanitary napkin, प्राइस का क्या फर्क है इसमें?
So प्राइस का, जैसे एक सैनिटरी नैपकिन आपका पड़ जाता है 10 से 15 रुपए का, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, तो ये आपको पड़ेगा 100 रुपए का. बट ये आप 1 साल तक 2 साल तक यूज कर सकते हो. अच्छा. और आप वो दैट इज अ वन टाइम, दैट इज 8 hour or a 6 hour or a 4 hour use thing. So obviously it's economically much affordable and better. So economically it is friendly, and
on an average, I'm asking very weird questions. On an average, in a month, how many pads normally a woman consumes?
Depending on the flow. So somebody who uses for 4 days and 2 to 3 pads a day. अच्छा. तो आप लगा लो around 10 to 12 pads a month. Which can be done by just 2 sanitary napkins, 2 reusable sanitary pads.
Got it.
10 अगर आप 12 यूज कर रहे हो, वहाँ आप 2 से काम कर सकते हो या 3 से काम कर सकते हो, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द वेदर कंडीशंस.
अगले महीने भी तो यूज कर सकते हो.
ऑफ कोर्स. मैं तो एक साइकिल की बात कर रही हूँ.
Yeah, right. And how many have you sold these?
I am not too sure about the numbers, but so जब हमने period panties launch किया था, it was a completely new product, and we need to create the space. But period pads has been the second launch in the category sustainable period care, and it has performed much faster and much better numbers.
इसके कहाँ पे ज़्यादा consumption हो रही है, demand आ रही है?
Metros में आ रही है. And we've not period panties की जैसे मैंने बोला offline में आ रही है. We are distributing it in some cities for sanitary napkins, but we're doing more of CSRs in terms of where we're trying to do a lot of partnership for this particular product, which is the sanitary napkins. We are doing the D2C, which is the part of what we're currently doing, but because it has a very different motive behind this product, so the impact is not only sales and creating more customers. The impact of this particular product vision is different. The vision is that we need to make sure that, so I'll just give you an example of an hotel. Okay, आप एक होटल में जा रहे हो, आपके पास 15 से 20% लोग पूरी दुनिया हमारी कंट्री में शेव करती है. उसके बाद आपका वो रेजर पड़ा होता है वहां पे. स्विंग किट, आप कितनी लाइफ में होटल में गए और कितनी बार आपने स्विंग किट उठाया हुआ है? The relevance of utility of that product is very less. Periods, on the other hand, is something which is very important. And why can't hotels have a sanitary or a period care product given to their guests for their period care needs? So ये छोटी-छोटी चीजें हैं.
Do people don't really get that in hotels?
No.
अच्छा.
Most hotels नहीं मिलते, और अगर मिल भी जाता है और आप मांगते भी हो तो आपको डिस्पोजेबल मिलता है. आप ओवरऑल वुडन ब्रशेस रख लेते हो. आप बहुत चीजें, जैसे आप होटल्स में जा रहे हो, वुडन टूथ ब्रशेस रख रहे हो. यू नो, you're doing a lot of
for the environment.
For the environment. And on the other hand, you're giving a disposable sanitary napkin. It doesn't make sense, right? So things like these is something we're really looking at for the.
But यहाँ पे government को भी तो आना पड़ेगा ना, because hotel may not want to give 100 rupee sanitary napkin versus 10 rupee.
But the impact is different,
definitely,
right?
the impact is different.
The impact is different.
They are money minded, of course.
Of course. But yeah, rightly said, government has a huge role to play in this. So according to the data, we really like more than 36 crores of pads are distributed yearly in the country.
By the government?
Yes, free. और probably in the minimal से 6 रुपए या 5 रुपए का बेचते हैं. आप वही चीज एक तो कॉस्ट भी रिड्यूस कर सकते हो. जहां पे आपको 10 पैड डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने हैं, वहां पे आप 2 डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हो. ठीक है, ऑन अ वेरी there is hardly any difference in the amount, but imagine the impact that you're putting. We can actually, if you really work towards something like this with the government, you can actually make small towns disposable pad free. And imagine the impact.
True.
Of environment and sustainability on these towns.
True. So आप गवर्नमेंट के साथ अभी कर रहे हो काम इस पे?
अभी नहीं कर रहे हैं, but we are really looking forward to have some collaborations. We're trying to look for tenders, but surprisingly हम tenders ढूंढते हैं तो इस particular category के लिए अभी we're trying to figure out कि tender available है या नहीं. menstrual health में pads मांग रहे हैं continuously और बाकी चीजें मांग रहे हैं. बट अगर हम सस्टेनेबिलिटी की तरफ चले जाते हैं तो उसमें मेंस्ट्रुअल हेल्थ का ऑप्शन ही नहीं आता. और अगर हम मेंस्ट्रुअल में जाते हैं तो सस्टेनेबिलिटी नहीं आता. सो आई थिंक these are certain places where
maybe you have to focus on a policy level discussion with them.
Yeah, so more than that, but I think just they should think about it. And that's something we are looking at proposing on a very serious note, that it's high time that we start. If you're looking at banning plastic with the vegetable vendors and things like that, so we should start and doing something like this in the houses. It's something that happens every month to every woman in the world.
True.
You know, how can you imagine the impact that goes with it, the carbon footprint that reduces with something like this?
Absolutely. In fact, कल मैं किसी के साथ podcast कर रहा था, and this guy went to Antarctica. and for a 15 days expedition to Antarctica. And he was telling me कि नितिन भाई के हम लोग जो बोलते हैं ना यहाँ बैठ के कि क्लाइमेट चेंज नहीं है या कुछ भी है, बस बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते हैं. बोला अंटार्कटिका में बारिश नहीं होती. इट्स ऑलवेज लाइक -20 -40. सो वहाँ रेन नहीं होती. बट व्हेन ही वेंट देयर दिस टाइम, it was raining in Antarctica.
It's crazy. It just gives me goosebumps, you know, honestly, when I hear something like this.
मतलब आप सोचो जहाँ -30-40 नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर है वहाँ बारिश हो रही है.
It's crazy.
So you can imagine the impact of that rain on wildlife.
Yeah.
It changes their, you know, habitat, the way they live, the way they function.
It's very scary. I have a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old son.
Yeah.
I don't know what I've brought them into this world. It's very scary, and it's really things like that. And that's why I say, like, something what we're doing in the sustainable period care is that's our part that we can do within the category or within the space we are in. And it's very important because we're talking about Gen Zs and we're talking about alphas and we're talking about millennials where we're trying to do something about it. Hum log as entrepreneurs sitting together, trying to talk to the world, you know, making an impact, speaking about something and have the access to do that. If we don't do it, then we all have kids, right? We are in that age group where we will have or we are having a generation that is coming out in the world. So all these things really scare us.
Let's see where we head into. मुझे ना quickly आपसे 2 चीजें पूछनी है. I know you know, एक तो नमिता ने फंड किया, विनीता ने फंड किया. So quickly want to know कि top 3 qualities आपने नमिता के साथ काफी spend किया time. You said you
went to the Thapar education,
talk पे भी गए, तो obviously आपने कुछ तो analyze किया होगा. 1-2 घंटे में मेरे बारे में analyze कर लिया होगा आपने अभी तक तो उनके बारे में तो कुछ ना कुछ समझा होगा. What is that nobody generally knows about Namita that you have observed?
Namita is a sweetheart, you know. Even before when we were going to Shark Tank, and you know, a lot of people ask me who was your favorite before going and who you really wanted. I always wanted Namita because I just like the vibe she has on the TV. But when I met her personally, she is full of life, super positive woman, and the vibe that she gives is amazing. And she doesn't make you feel like you are, you know, somebody you've not met or meeting for the first time. Whenever you meet them, it feels like, whenever you meet her, it feels like, you know her. And she knows you. The best part is because she has done her research. She's always researched about everything. And she's not out loud, you know, boosting and things and, you know, talking about everything in the world which is irrelevant or, you know, not relevant to that person. And she just gives a very warm vibe. And when it comes to business, it's she's helping us, both of them. In fact, Vinita also, like I told you, she's helping us for quick commerce, and they do talk to us and tell us. We do ask her that this is the scale we're looking at, and this is what we're planning to do. These are the strategies we're looking at. What is your input? They do give their inputs, and we're constantly. In fact, Deechika, our closure of due diligence and of the deal has been the fastest in the history of Shark Tank. You know, we were aired on 20th of February, and our deal was almost closed by March. We had the money in by first week of April. Crazy. It was the fastest. So the due diligence was so fast. So I think their team, we got a call after after a week, we got a call from their team. So they're so prompt and they're so fast and they're, you know, on top of everything. So I think that's the best part. And for an entrepreneur or for somebody who's building up something, you need to be on top of everything. And you managed to do that.
Funding लेने के बाद आपने तो bootstrap किया 2-3 साल पहले.
जी.
क्या बदला पैसे आने के बाद? Customer से नहीं, investor से पैसे आने के बाद.
So Shark Tank has not been our first investment. We were invested in 2022 by Mankind Pharma and an angel investor. Yeah, and we've been having a series of angels in the middle also. So overall investment आप पूछ रहे हो या सिर्फ specifically Shark Tank पूछ रहे हो?
Overall investment.
So overall investment is a different journey. we have so बहुत
I
pressure.
remember now. I think आपका 32 crore convertible something on those lines ऐसा था.
Yes, 25 हमारा last round था post. So that was the whole thing. And post funding, we've realized that it's not something that you get a relief that okay, you've got some fund and now we can do what we want to do. It's a lot of top line pressure, a lot of because you know you do so by till 2021 we were profitable, and once we got funded we were in so much number pressure and top line pressure that we were doing whatever possible to figure out and make the numbers up. And in that case we did a lot of mistakes. और जब आप mistakes करते हो ना, जैसे मैंने offline का ही एक example है. आप जैसे मुझे कहते हैं कि रिचा you're offline, so there were a lot of people like, and because you're women, so you always get that more humiliation and more rejections, saying that women, कोई बोलता नहीं है, but you know you get it, right? That execution got fucked up, execution just messed up. So हमें we got that, but end of the day you have to realize that whatever we are doing at that point or at that circumstances to achieve what we are being told to achieve, that is the best you can do, okay? And doing that because ऐसा नहीं है ना कि एक किताब मिल गई है या कोई mentor है, या me and Mani have ground level से हमने start किया. We're not even in the position, we did not have a really strong. I started entrepreneurship when I was 23 years old. Okay, I just got out of college, and she had a media background.
So you got married when you were 23?
Yeah.
Acha.
Yeah. So we're media background, and she had a media background, and we learned what we learned on ground level. So obviously we do mistakes, and we did mistakes, and there were, you know, and there were impact on the P&L. But the point is that the learning that you got out of it is something that we know what we need to do next and how to make it profitable. And I don't want to like really boast about it, but I'm really proud about it, and saying that whatever losses and whatever mistakes we did, we are EBITDA neutral today. In 6 months, we flipped that.
From Shark Tank to today.
Yes.
Yeah.
In 6 months, we were like whatever EBITDA, you know, we had a serious double-digit EBITDA at that point of time, negative. We are neutral today. So I would not say that I made those mistakes, या मैंने पैसा जलाया, या मेरी execution नहीं ठीक थी, या मेरी number में पकड़ नहीं थी क्योंकि मैं लड़की थी. You know, या we were girls or whatever it is, what XYZ people point out to you. My actions will say, and we've done what we've done, and we will do it further, because end of the day, it is our business. It is our vision. Whatever we have learned, we have done the mistakes ourselves, and the bouncing backs will only happen through us.
Crazy. Do you know, by the way, Mr. Beast बोल रहा हूँ. Mr. Beast कौन है? गौरव तनेजा का क्या नाम है उसका? Flying Beast, sorry. Flying Beast पता है आपको?
No.
अच्छा, so Flying Beast अगर नहीं पता ना तो आप एक बार जाके देखना.
I will.
And उनकी जो wife है, so Flying Beast is Gaurav Taneja, and his wife Ritu, who is a pilot. And they create a lot of content. Flying Beast literally is like the India's top rated YouTuber.
Wow, okay. I will definitely have a look.
तो जो रितु है ना, she or you are basically looking like more or less the same. तो मेरे को लगा आपको पता होगा तो शायद आपको बोलूं कि किसी ने आपको बोला है ऐसे क्या पहले कि आप रितु जैसे लगते हो बहुत.
Like visually
the way you talk, your personality, overall. तो आप जाके आप देखना.
अब मैं देखूंगी.
हाँ, आप जाके देखना. बट बहुत मजा आया आपसे बात करके रिचा. काफी कुछ सीखने को मिला, and the most interesting part or the highlight that I've learned is around insights around Gen Zs and the mistakes or things to do when you do offline business. Obviously हमारा जो major purpose है जिसके बारे में हमने बात की, sanitary and sustainability, वो highlight तो है ही है episode का. That's one of the major concern here. But if someone is only focusing on business, then these were the two major insights that I got to know about this, which is crazy. So thank you for being here. बहुत मजा आया बात करके.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.